Melody Sheree has been dealing with when it comes to Martell Holt and Arione Curry. Trust me, the ending will blow your mind. Recently, Melody went live and finally opened up about what really went down after her court case with Martell. This was the harassment and DV case that dragged on for months, and fans had been waiting to hear the truth. Melody revealed everything from why the case took so long, to what Martell tried to pull before court, and most importantly, what happened. As soon as the hearing ended, the details she shared left people shocked, angry, and genuinely worried for her safety. According to Melody, before the court date, Martell actually texted her, begging her to drop the case. He asked if she was really going to send her children's father to jail, even saying, "Don't you think I've been humiliated enough?" But Melody stood firm and told him flat out she wasn't dropping anything. She explained that she couldn't, even if she wanted to, since the state had already picked it up. But even if she could, she wasn't about to back down. That moment showed just how much pressure Martell tried to put on her before even stepping into court, and how strong Melody had to be to face it. She also cleared up why the case dragged on for so long. Some people assumed Martell was stalling or switching lawyers, but Melody explained that wasn't true. One delay happened because one of her witnesses had flight issues, and other delays came because Martell's lawyer had scheduling conflicts. In total, the case was continued 5 or 6 times. Imagine the stress of that, but Melody kept showing up every single time, ready to stand in her truth. Things got even messier once court was over. Melody said that when she arrived, Arione Curry was there as well. She even referred to her as the bird, saying Arione chose to play that role, always chirping behind Martell no matter what. Melody said she wasn't bothered by her presence, but the constant disrespect couldn't be ignored. She even shared that Arione's own daughter once told people she wished Melody was her mother. That alone speaks volumes about the toxic dynamics at play. But the real chaos began after the hearing ended, as Melody and her bodyguard, Jason, were waiting at the elevator. Martell and Arione cut in front of another man who was already standing there. Inside the elevator, Jason positioned himself between Melody and Martell, while Arione started talking about a blogger. Martell laughed in a mocking way, clearly trying to provoke Melody. She stayed quiet, but Martell kept on with his little chuckles. Jason had to keep reminding her to stay calm, telling her this isn't the place. When they reached the first floor, Arione started running her mouth again, loud enough for Melody to hear. This time, Melody snapped and asked, "Who are you talking to?" But Jason stepped in once more, reminding her to hold back. Melody admitted she was boiling inside, but she respected Jason's advice. Unfortunately, it didn't stop there. Melody explained that as she and Jason left the courthouse, Martell and Arione were waiting outside by the doors like they were lying in wait. They slowly followed behind them, with Arione laughing loudly. Melody finally clapped back, reminding Arione about her daughter's words. And she made it clear she wasn't afraid to shut her down because enough was enough. Things got even scarier when Melody noticed a tall man standing outside pretending to be on his phone. Jason noticed him too. Later, Melody found out the man described as light-skinned, muscular, and about 6'6", was later spotted with Martell and Arione at a restaurant nearby. She admitted she didn't know if he had a weapon or what his role was, but it was clear he was with them. That's a frightening thought, leaving court and not knowing if someone is there to intimidate you or worse. But the most shocking part came next. As Melody sat on a bench outside thinking it was over, Martell came back around with his phone out, recording her. Imagine that he had just taken a plea deal for harassment, and the very next thing he did was harass her again on camera. And it didn't stop there. Martell actually drove his car around the block, rolled down his window, and started taunting her. He told her to fix her face and fix her hair while mocking her about her boyfriend Jason. Melody said he kept repeating Jason's name like he couldn't stand the fact that she had moved on. The most embarrassing part was that Arione was sitting right there in the passenger seat, watching it all happen. Melody even asked, how can this woman sit there and be okay with her man harassing his ex-wife years after the divorce? Melody wasn't about to let this slide. She went straight back into the courthouse, met with the city attorney, and filed a police report. She showed them the video and explained everything. But to her shock, the magistrate refused to issue a warrant, saying he didn't hear a threat. Melody pulled up the legal definition of harassment on her phone and read it out loud, showing how Martell's actions fit exactly. Still, the magistrate brushed it off. That moment broke Melody's heart because it proved what she had been saying all along. Black women are not protected. If someone like her with video evidence and a platform couldn't get justice, what about women without resources or support? Fans watching her live were outraged. They said the system had failed her, that Martell was clearly trying to intimidate her, and that Arione looked foolish sitting by his side. Some fans said Martell was obsessed with Melody, while others said it was about control. But everyone agreed. Melody does not deserve this treatment. And here's the powerful part: Melody made it clear that she's not backing down. Not now, not ever. Melody ended her live by reminding her supporters that this situation is bigger than just TV drama. She said what she is experiencing is a dangerous pattern that happens to women every single day, women who are often left unprotected when they choose to stand up for themselves. She told her fans that the harassment she faces is not just about insults or petty arguments. It is about intimidation, control, and the refusal of some people to accept when a relationship is truly over. She also thanked Jason, her bodyguard and friend, for standing by her side through the chaos. Melody admitted that without his presence, things could have gone a lot differently that day. Jason not only kept her safe, but he also